Hey guys, welcome to my new basement meditation, light work, self care, amazing spot. So I thought we could hang out and have some fun. I would unbox some crystals that are going to go over here. I'm going to talk tarot and oracle cards a little bit. We're just going to hang out and relax together. I don't know if you can hear it, but I have my amazing um, essential oil diffuser here, and I've got peace and calm diffusing. And it also not only does it like make this really beautiful little bubbling noise as the water bubbles, but it also plays the most peaceful music. And what I really like about that is it just plays it on autopilot, and I don't even have to think about like what kind of peaceful music I'm going to put on. So it's such a nice little touch. Okay, so these crystals, you may have seen them in videos before. They have been in my home for probably most of them at least over a year. However, I had this set up upstairs in one of the bedrooms, and it was just getting, my kids were picking up the crystals every single day and moving them everywhere, and it was just, it wasn't the relaxing feeling that I was going for. So we decided to build it down here. Phil painted the basement walls the same purple color. We got another shelf for down here, put the picture up there. And I had essentially boxed up my crystals because I didn't have anywhere to put them upstairs except in my office. So the office is staying, but I feel like I need another place where I do work that I don't need my computer for, where it's I'm working purely with my mind within universal field, within the quantum field. And so that's what we're going to do. So I have 2 boxes packed with crystals. I don't know if we're going to do all of them tonight. We'll see. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, this one, it's rattling. It's a dream amethyst. This is a really pretty one. It's a dream amethyst, but some of the amethyst clusters are loose. So you can see that. Oh, you know what? I don't have my little stands. Well, I say little stands as if I have a whole pile of little stands waiting somewhere. I actually used water bottle tops as my little stands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause it. I'm going to go find some water bottle tops, and I'll be back momentarily. How do I pause? Okay. So I've got 4 water bottle tops, and where did I put it? Here it is. So all I do is just, it like works perfectly. The only thing I would say is that it keeps it really low, but I think that's fine. We've got a palm stone, and I'm not sure what kind this is, but it's really, really cool. You can see how the crystal was formed with some sort of, it almost looks like red blood cells, honestly. That's what it reminds me of. If you ever watch, oh, what is that? He's on YouTube. I'm not going to be, Mud Fossil University. That's interesting. If you were to watch him, you'd be like, is that really red blood cells? Is he, I'm not going to tell you what it is. If it feels aligned, you will go look and see what it is that he's talking about. Oh, this is a little hedgehog. All right, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull some tarot cards, because I was going to put my tarot cards and my oracle cards on the shelves too, but I need them for a microphone stand. But I have 3 decks here that I don't need for a microphone stand. So we're going to do a little card pull just for fun. Now, I had this amazing, amazing idea yesterday, and I have to tell you, it had me so lit up all last night and this morning. However, if I were to do it, it would be like, I know if I'm running a business, it would be a big commitment on my part. I would be essentially starting a whole new aspect of my business. However, it would bring me a lot of joy. And I know that my business is just me living my soul mission. That's what a business should be, especially if you're creating one out of alignment with your soul. And so I'm wondering, do I do this? Do I not do this? I see, I was going to tell you what it was, but now that it's coming out, I'm feeling, no, I don't share it yet, because if I share it, then I take it away from being my decision and I make it, well, or what does everybody else think? But that's not the way that I want to make decisions. I want to make decisions from my inner guidance, from inner alignment. So I'm going to trust that. Okay, so I just pulled these cards, and while they're going to be in alignment in some form for everyone who's watching this video, what's very, very interesting is they are totally in alignment for me for what I was just talking about. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Usually when I'm doing a communal reading like this, I will feel some alignment, or at least I will be able to say, oh, that's been me at some time in my life. But for this reading to be like perfectly for me, I'm like, oh, everybody that's watching right now, we are in really good alignment together. We are in amazing, amazing alignment. So the first card here, Four of Wands, is a celebration. It's a time to be with community, as we're doing right now, and just celebrate each other, celebrate how far we have come on our journey. It's really, really a card of community and connection. Okay, the Nine of Wands here is very much about moving towards our purpose, taking the right action as we're guided, and being determined, saying that, yeah, I'm going to keep moving forward no matter what. I'm going to keep taking those small actions that are going to get me where I want to go. I trust that it's all unfolding for me as I do this. And then here, Two of Swords, you can see she's got a blindfold on, right? And so she's feeling like she has to make a decision, but she's not sure what decision to make. Now, it's interesting. We often stop ourselves from making decisions because we're afraid we're going to make the right one, but often there is no, or we're afraid we're going to make the wrong one. Often there is no right or wrong. There's just two various lessons, and which one do we want to move towards? And so that's really, really interesting for me. Sometimes when you feel like you're not sure what to do, the best thing is just to decide and understand that it's all going to unfold divinely for you. Oh, this one's crumbling too. How pretty is this, though? It's literally crumbling everywhere. I absolutely love this because it's not polished at all. It's very raw. And this one, too, so many of these, I'm going to say, I don't know what the name is. And with crystals, you do not have to know the name. You do not have to know the properties. You can go by the colors. So I know this one is blue, so I know it's going to be good for opening up my throat chakra and allowing me to speak my truth. Let's see what we got. This looks like it's going to be a tower. Oh, okay. So this is one of my Caribbean calcite towers. I have another one upstairs in my office. This one's really, really cool. And I think you can see right through it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on here. But I love Caribbean calcite. I actually have 3 of these in total. They remind me of the beach and ocean waves. And I cannot say enough good things about Caribbean calcite. I love it. All right. I think this one's going to be a sphere. And it is. And this is septarian. I think that's what it's called, septarian. I have 2 of these. So it's really, really cool. It looks sort of like a dragon's egg. I mean, as if we know what a dragon's egg looks like, but that's the idea, is it looks like a dragon egg here, and then that's what's cracking out of it. And these are really, really good for the solar plexus. And, a big thing here with the solar plexus is abundance, is your creativity. So much comes from that area. Where are these guys? Here we go. Okay. All right. Oh, this is flower agate. That's what this is. And you can actually see the flowers shapes right here. The flower shapes that were, so that means, there's actually flowers that were crystallized. And like here you can see some green there, like that may have been a stem or a leaf of the flower. I mean, it's so cool to think about that. I'm probably going to run out of my water bottle tops rather quickly. That's okay. We'll figure something out. Okay. Another one, I think it's going to be, it is a tower. I believe that this came from my friend Ren. And Ren, if you're watching, let me know. I think that it did. I could be wrong. It's really, really beautiful. I don't know what it is, but this also, I mean, it looks totally like ocean waves. I am such a fan of anything waves. Oceany, sandy, all that stuff. Okay. Oh, this is, okay. So this is a mushroom top that I got. I think I paid like $9 for it, which I was so excited, but it was actually, I bought it damaged. And that's why I got such an amazing deal, because this is a really, really, really good size crystal. Let's see there, to get for, and I have huge hands, by the way, to get for $9, but it was because it was damaged. But I'm like, I don't know, it's cool. Like, and it's an onyx. So, okay. All right, this is going to be another tower. All right, this is my other Caribbean calcite. And here, this one has some of that sandy beach look on it. Caribbean calcite is most definitely one of my favorite stones. You can just imagine that you're at the ocean, can't you? I love it. Oh no, I can guess what this is. Oh my gosh, this is so, so pretty. I want to say, I think this might be an agate, but it's an egg shape, and then it has the geode sparkling out of it. I absolutely love when there are sparkly geodes popping out of things. Okay. This is going to be a tower, I think. I think. Oh, yeah. This is a really pretty crystal. I have no clue what it is, but it's gorgeous. Again, with the blue, it would be great for the throat chakra, for opening up, for speaking your truth, for moving out some of those fears around, if I say what I mean, are people going to judge me? Are they not going to like me anymore? Should I say something that will make people like me instead of something that, that I really feel I should say? This is some sort of a huge tower. Oh, okay, this is my blue calcite tower. So these are both Caribbean calcite, and this is a blue calcite. This is just really gorgeous. It's so soft, like a beautiful pastel blue. And I feel like I'm holding this giant wand. And I can just go. This is okay. I love every single one of my crystals. So for every single one, I'm going to attempt to take a deep breath and understand that you already know that I like them. So I don't have to say, I like this one. All right, we're going to be through this box soon. The other box is really, really big, but this was kind of the leftovers that didn't fit in the first box. I have another spear here. Okay, this is the other. Is it Subterranean? Why can't I think of it's something like that. I can't think of, I know that name's not quite right. Somebody will let me know in the comments. This one's slightly smaller, and I do not have a thing for it, so we'll just put it down here. Oh, you know what? So we have a few more crystals to go. I am going to go ahead and draw some more cards. So I guess right now, just think about what you would most like guidance on. What's going on with you that you would like some guidance on? Now, the interesting things about oracle cards and tarot cards. Oh, my daughter and I we actually did a huge reading this morning where she picked cards from every single box. So the cards, and then she puts them back. So they might come out in all kinds of orders, which would be completely divine. What I mean is, if some of them come up upside down, then we'll know that there's a bit of a shadow side that wants to be seen there. So we'll see what we get. But anyway, I did a reading for a client this weekend, and it just really highlighted to me how our inner guidance is always speaking to us, but our personas, our egos are telling us, no, that can't be right. Don't listen to that. Don't do that. That would be bad. Other people wouldn't like that. It's not a good idea. We always know the next step, even if we think we absolutely don't. We do. It's the one thing that we think we absolutely can't do. And I think just having a reading confirms to you those words that your soul has been whispering, that you've been saying, well, that can't be right. Absolutely not that, right? And that reminds me of Flow from Your Soul, which is a 3-week course that I have, which is one of my favorite things that I've ever created to essentially get you flowing from your soul with your words, whether it's written or spoken words, so that you start flowing like the actual creative genius that you are. It's on sale through tomorrow, Sunday, for $111. It's normally $333. So it's an amazing, amazing deal. And it comes with 3 powerful energy activations to get your soul flowing. So I highly, highly recommend that. So let's see, we're going to pick 2 cards here. Okay. First one is Loving Compassion. Now, this is a card essentially of being compassionate, yes, with the people around us, but first with ourselves. Now, this goes back to what I was just saying about how we always know the words that our soul is speaking to us, but we often want to say, oh, that couldn't be right. That if I do that, that will get me a bad result. We're just assuming it will get you a bad result without actually trying it. Being compassionate with yourself on this life journey is one of the most powerful things you can do. And by being compassionate, I simply mean treating yourself with the same sort of love and attitude you would treat your best friend or your beloved children, right? Or the partner that you love. The person that you love the most in life, how do you treat them? And how can you treat yourself more like that? We often think as light workers, as way showers, as star seeds, as people that came to earth to make an impact, make a difference, to spread love, to spread light, that we should be giving all the time. And all that does is lead to burnout. It leads to us not being able to give the way that we came here to give. There has to be a balance of giving to yourself first, and then from the overflow of that, giving to those around you and giving to the world. And so important to give yourself that love first. And it's interesting, back before I understood this and I was giving to everyone else and totally ignoring myself, I thought that I was being selfless. I thought that I was doing right, but I couldn't be who I came to be from that place. And it's been really a powerful lesson on my journey that I'm so grateful to. Okay, so this is high heart chakra, ecstatic bliss. So this is essentially saying the more love and compassion that you give to yourself, the more you're going to be on the ascension journey, moving into those blissful feelings. Now, as light workers, as souls that are ascending, we have all experienced blissful feelings before, and we want to know how to get back to more of them. And we often think, well, what was I doing that one time or those 2 times that I experienced these blissful feelings? Let me try to recreate that, when that's not what it's about at all. It's actually about bringing more love and compassion in for yourself, opening your heart wider and wider and wider, first to receive from the universe, actually pulling in light, pulling in love, consciously commanding it into your body on a daily basis, giving to yourself first, and from the overflow, giving to others. So I love that. Okay, so I think this is honey calcite. I'm pretty sure. And this is not, it's not like a beautiful piece, but it's a very utilitarian piece. It's very rough, very raw, what calcite looks like when they pull it out of the bigger stone. And it's actually, it's so smooth. Even though it's rough, it's still smooth. There's no good way to explain that, but I really like it. Feels nice. It feels like the watching ASMR. Is that it? ASMR. It feels like I'm watching this really soothing, or I'm experiencing this really soothing ASMR. Like, I'm gonna put it down. All right, we've got a couple more, and I have a few that aren't wrapped up in there. This is a tiny little one. Oh, what? Oh, kunzite. This is kunzite. So this is just a really beautiful pale purple, and it's not looking that purple on here, but it is. And it once had a beautiful sharp point, but my kids again play with my crystals, and I feel like it's as it's supposed to be. And they will play with them down here too, and that's fine. I'm totally cool with them playing with my crystals, but at the same time, at least having everything down here will limit it so it's not like all day long. Anyway, kunzite, any purple stone, amazing for the third eye and even for the crown chakra, for opening up to universal energies, for opening and expanding your intuition, your inner guidance system. I love, and that's so you can do this even if you don't have crystals. You can use color in this way, which is why I picked purple for the walls, because I'm all about expanding my intuition wider and wider and wider, opening up to the universal energies. I'm like, give me more. That's what I like. All right, so, oh, this is okay. Oh, this is another one that's been all damaged. Okay, so this is an organite tower. So it has crystals inside, like little chip, tiny baby crystals. And then it has this rose thing. Anyway, the point is I don't think you can see them. At the bottom, you can see them a little bit. Okay, so there is copper, little copper beads all throughout this, and it's a resin. So it's resin that's poured into a mold with crystals and copper beads and whatever this blue coloring is, and this like rose type of thing. And then there's a clear quartz up here at the top. I don't know if you can see it. So the idea is the copper conducts energy, electricity, pretty much any electronic is going to have copper. It's going to have silver and gold and perhaps some other precious metals inside of it, even if it's a very, very tiny amount. And they also will have a quartz crystal. I don't think you could find any electronic that does not have that sort of setup, because the makers of electronics know the only way to make energy conduct is by using all of those things in concert in a symphony. So the idea with the Orgonite tower is to use pressure to put these things together and essentially make a manifesting tower or a pyramid. And so they're always a pyramid. And the pyramid pointing up like this, and this is also the idea with these towers, is actually going to pull your manifestations up from the ground up and send them straight up to universal mind, which is really, really interesting. I was just outside yesterday, the day before, and I got all of these downloads where I was shown how evergreen trees do the same thing, how regular trees actually have a V that points downward. They're collecting energy from the sun, from the atmosphere, and they're directing it into the earth. And then the evergreen trees are actually taking the energy from the earth and directing it back up into universal mind, into the quantum field. And it's this beautiful circle. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is so cool. And it also makes sense why evergreen trees don't die in the winter, because they're not getting their nutrients the same way everything else is. Now, I don't know what scientists say about evergreen trees, but that is what I downloaded yesterday, and it really resonated with me. Okay, so then these, my poor crystals. So I have two, these are yellow calcites, these beautiful stars. However, they're so, I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, they're so chipped. My kids have taken these, they've been in the play kitchen, they've been everywhere. I mean, they've probably been in the sandbox. They're looking pretty rough, but that's okay. They're crystals. Just because they have chips and stuff doesn't mean that they aren't still vibrating and holding a higher dimensional space for us. They certainly are. So the chips really, besides aesthetically, it really doesn't do a lot. Okay. Oh, this one's so sparkly. Are you going to be able to see how sparkly it is? I don't know. I don't know what this is, but it's like a deep purple and black. So cool. All right, and here we're going to end with one more. I don't know what this one is either. It's a smaller one, and it's definitely almost a yellow color, like a beigey yellow. Okay, well, that was awesome. Let's see what we got so far. We still have a lot more shelf space, so we'll see tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it right now. Maybe I'll start another video for tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see what's in box number 2. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.